Hello, my fair citizens. Welcome back to the Salt Mine. I'm the mayor of Sodium City, Strider Stone. Let's see what we dug up this week. Currently, there's a proxy war going on in the MTG community. We have people deck shaming, so there's a whole lot of animosity right now. We have a new Hasbro CEO and a whole lot more. Starting off, we have some deck shaming going on in the MTG community. Grixis School actually made the mistake of saying that she loved Mill on a public forum. This is a big fucking mistake. This clearly sparked some reaction in a few people, but one person in particular who shall remain nameless. And this person said,
I can't think of a thing more repugnant, rude, unsportsmanlike, crude, and simple than milling. Seems to be the perfect way for betas to think they accomplished something in life. Oh my god! I made you throw away half your deck instead of playing it and beating me!
Now, if you watch my stream or my other YouTube channel, links in the description below, you'll know that I shame everyone for any kind of deck archetype they play. So, I had to get Grixis School's opinion on Mill, since it really just turned into a giant ordeal.
Okay, no. So the thing about Mill is that it's just really, really good because you can know your opponent, you can know yourself, you can also do infinite combos with Mill. You can use like Hem of Obedience with Leyline, that's a pretty popular one. You can also use Painter's Grindstone, that's another popular one. Mill is just really intricate and powerful and probably the only actual way to put that together.
Next up, we have some news on more business side of things. We have Chris Cox, is going to be the new CEO of Hasbro. Used to be the president and COO of WotC Digital Gaming Division. So this is something that is very interesting. Obviously, Hasbro is a very big company, very, very large company. Their CEO, unfortunately, just recently passed away in October. But now they have the COO of the WotC Digital Gaming Division moving over there as the CEO. This obviously leaves open a position within the gaming division, and we have somebody named Eric Nyman that will be taking over this position, apparently. Now, Eric has been with Hasbro for almost 19 years now, but hasn't done anything with WotC from what I can tell on his LinkedIn page. So him being the COO of the Digital Gaming Division kind of scares me a tad. But what are your opinions? Now, does this mean that we're going to get a better economy in MTGA? Was the old CEO just trying to make as much money as possible to snag up a better position? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Make sure to equip your tinfoil hats, though. Don't forget. The Hooglandia Open just wrapped up, and congratulations to Leandro Maley. I have actually no idea if I said that right at all. But they won using the Selesnya Scurry Oak combo, getting the first Neo Championship invitation. So again, congratulations. But I was also actually really surprised to see the spread, though. There's still a ton of Is It Phoenix decks running around. It was at 11.6% of the field, which I was just surprised that there was that many, but it was followed up by Golgari Food at 10.3% of the field. Now, just the fact that Cat Oven is still viable or still legal in Historic pisses me off because I fucking hate that deck, but it does exist, okay? So it was still a big portion of the field, and it still did very well, but luckily it didn't win, and that's all that matters. And I hate that Is It Phoenix almost won, but it's good that it didn't. The Scurry-O combo is something that you see a lot in Best of 1, so I'm surprised you didn't almost see it at all in Best of 3. There was only a couple people that were playing it, so it was really interesting to notice that. So what are your opinions on Cat Oven? Do you think it should be banned? Or do you think maybe just the trigger should be sped up? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. And some of the biggest drama that we had this week was about proxies. Yes, proxies. And if you don't know what a proxy is, it's a card that's supposed to represent another card, typically used on cards that are extremely expensive or by casual players. For example, you can take a planes, just regular planes, you can usually get them for free, and just in a marker you can write your mom on it, because I mean, everyone knows that your mom is a bit on the pricey side, right? Now, many people are against using these proxies, but many of them are also against it for different reasons. It was almost impossible for me to get a set line of like, once you cross this line, you can no longer use proxies, or you cannot use proxies in this moment. The only times that everyone seemed to agree was when it was a WotC sanctioned tournament and there was prize money. Now, this also doesn't really hold up because back when Nexus of Fate was in standard, it was being played everywhere. You were actually able to proxy it in extremely high level tournaments like Worlds, I believe, because you could only get the card in buy box promos. So this rule was passed down by WotC, and I don't really recall people freaking out about it and hating it, but it was also the only time that I actually saw WotC saying, yes, you can proxy. It's like going out of their way, it seemed, I don't even think a lot of people were complaining about not being able to find it. I heard a lot more about WotC coming out and saying you can proxy Nexus of Fate because it's only in buy a box promos. So back on January 14, 2016, WotC came out with an article addressing the Proxies policy. But this was based on Proxies and in-store play, and it also seems like it addresses DCI, which no longer exists. There was a store running a tournament with suspiciously high prize pools, and it appeared to be allowing proxies. So they really just wanted to educate the store, make sure they weren't selling counterfeit cards, blah, 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 blah. So they also said that there was many different people among many different offices all around the world that were sending out different messages to different stores saying different things. So it seems like there was just a whole bunch of confusion amongst every different store, even different offices within WotC. So in this article, they decided to clear it up, but again, take it with a grain of salt because it also mentions DCI in quite a bit of places. The stated policy specifically applies to DCI sanctioned events. Cards used in DCI sanctioned events must be authentic Magic cards. Their stance on counterfeits is also clear. Wizards remains committed to vigorously protecting the Magic community from counterfeits. Now, I don't think anyone is protecting counterfeits by any stretch of the imagination, so that part's kind of irrelevant. And DCI sanctioned events, since there is no DCI anymore, that's also kind of irrelevant, but the rules probably still apply. Playtest card is most commonly a basic land card with the name of a different card written on it with a marker. So this is kind of what we talked about earlier. Playtest cards aren't trying to be reproductions of real Magic cards. They don't have any official art on it or anything like that. Playtest cards are for playtesting before bringing it to a sanctioned tournament. And that's perfectly fine with Wizards. Wizards of the Coast has no desire to police playtest cards for personal use or non-commercial use, even if that usage takes place in a store. They specifically state what we really care about is that DCI sanctioned events only use authentic Magic cards and that we stop counterfeits. However, the Nexus of Fate situation happened in 2019, which is 3 years after this statement, but I can't actually locate any official statements on proxy rule changes as a whole after this one. So if you know of any, please link it in the comment section below so that I can take a look at it, issue changes, whatever I need to do. The general consensus is tournament, no, FNM, lightly, and casual, open, except for the EDH community. They're a casual format with a competitive wallet. So don't fuck with EDH people, all right? Don't fuck with them. But also, one of the biggest issues I'm currently having with the Magic community is that there's a lot of very talented Magic players just picking on a lot of these newbies, forcing them into bets that they just have no chance of winning. So finally, some of them seem to be waking up and coming out of this rut. And you know what? Let's just roll the footage and you'll see exactly who I'm talking about.
Okay, listen. The real reason why I have to drop out of Sunny versus Herbie 2, and I really regret to say this, but I've got to be honest, it's because I'm sick and tired of beating up on babies like Sunny Buzzkill.
In the end, it seems like they're just going to move it to next month instead of this month. They just need Sunny to get a little bit more practice and maybe some coaching from some professionals, really just to give Sunny a little bit of time for him to stop being a big baby bitch about things, right? So that's where we're at right now. We'll see if anything actually picks up steam, though. Thank you all so much for watching to the very end. I do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, especially since it's a new one. So please share it with anybody who you think might be interested. Hit that subscribe button, bell notification, and leave a comment.